to know that my products, my designs are effective. You know what I mean? I'm kind of practical. Like it has to work for me. You know what I mean? Like you can have any black t-shirt that just does nothing, or you can say something. Just say, you know?
I'm truly like imagining a pride float where it's all just like this type of stuff.
That'd be great.
Amazing.
I wanted to get into a little bit about the things that you guys are doing separately now that we've covered the CannaQueerious podcast and the togetherness and all of that beautiful Black girl magic, pride magic, queer magic, and cannabis loving magic, you know, and the healthy lifestyles and the way that we're getting through grief, the way that we're making our communities healthier, you know. Okay, but separately, Dr. D here is writing virtually for Virginians.
I'm doing as far as digital medical cannabis cards, evaluations.
Okay, thank
Definitely
you.
doing that.
Rephrase what I said in the best possible way.
Hey, no, I get it all the time. It's easy. People want to say prescribe it, but no, you're fine.
Okay. And I think that's just such an excellent like thing to be doing and gives you the opportunity to talk to people who are just starting in their journey or refreshing their journey. In California, we have the system and people say that it's a little bit like we have the medical system and in order to get a card, you do speak to a doctor. And I think it's always great. People are like, oh, that's just a throwaway thing. I'm like, no, it's not. I like it. I like talking to a doctor. Obviously, this is a doctor that cares about this topic and I, want to talk to them. Seriously. So
Exactly.
and
And I get that a lot though.
that this is the
That
first
people
time
are
they get to
afraid.
talk to somebody about it.
Or this is the only time they can talk to someone about it.
Aww.
It's like, no, I can't talk to my doctor about it, or I can't talk to my family or my friends about it. And so the only time I get to talk is when I talk to you and, during the time of my renewal, or if they have a follow-up appointment, that's when I get to talk about cannabis.
So caring of you to provide that. And you know what I mean? To be that person, to the open ear, everybody needs to be listened to. So and then when I'm following you on Instagram, Dr. D, I am noticing that you're focusing on Canna moms there. And I wanted to talk with you about that because after Pride, we're going to be having some different designs. We're going to be doing Canna moms and Canna dads, and that's what you are, and that's what I am too. So can we talk about why you came from all of this and then now you're focusing here?
Well, it's all about you need to niche down. You need to niche down when it comes to your target audience. As a provider, I know I can take care of everyone or anyone because I'm a family nurse practitioner. But at the same time, when I'm thinking about encompassing all of me, yes, the CannaQueerious NP, it's like, well, I could talk about LGBT issues. I could talk about cannabis stigma issues. But then what about the patients that I can also talk to? And then I'm a veteran, so I can talk to veterans. But I am a mom. And I was like, okay, so I'm a mom, but guess what? Veterans are moms. Nurses are moms. The list goes on and on. So I felt like if I say Canna moms, I'm talking to the masses. I don't have to say, okay, here's my LGBT post about Canna moms, or here's my veteran post about Canna moms. It's like, no, we're all moms. We're all in this thing together. And what's bringing us together is plant medicine, cannabis, but other herbs, whatever you garden. Well, I can throw that in there just
gardening.
in case.
We haven't said it because we're saying actual words to each other because YouTube is great with that. Thank you, YouTube. We appreciate you. But yeah, on Instagram, it's always gardening.
I know.
I know. Look at her eyes. Like, oh God, it's gardening. I mean, I'm an actual gardener and I like gardening, but that's not what I'm talking. The censorship is real. People, we're gonna come out with some kind of censorship T-shirt in a little bit. Type in something that you want in the bottom in the comments. If you have a censorship against cannabis industry people, T-shirt that you want to suggest, because I would love that. Wouldn't you guys?
Because it really is annoying. I mean, it's crazy that it just automatically flows out sometimes. Cannabis, that's what we're talking about.
I have tricked so many actual gardeners, especially I had one post that went crazy viral, and I've had so many people in the comments being like, wait, because I was talking about intentional use and like these are questions to ask yourself before you garden, and they're like, I was starting to think maybe I'm spending too much time like in my garden with my plants. Like they were really confused because the algorithm just sends off to anyone that they think might like gardening, which is actual gardeners as well.
Oh my God. We should talk about that, your recent success with that viral post and the gardeners on IG. I mean, I'm so happy for you because souls for cannabis is sort of my baseline like passion is, and that's really open. When you say canna moms, I'm like souls. I just want to, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when I see people like you and me and us three here getting more souls for cannabis, whichever way. Thank you, algorithm. I mean, hey, now that you've got them, what are they interested in hearing? What's it been like going from like 300 to last time I saw you were like mid 20Ks. I don't know.
Yeah, it's happened very quickly. It's funny because I was talking to a friend just yesterday and she was like, your content hasn't changed that much, but all of a sudden it's hitting the right audiences. And I think that's true, but I think I also have really honed down on like what my audience is looking for, which is confident and intentional relationships that are validated. Like with, and I say relationship, I mean relationship with the plant, with cannabis. And so just like really honing in on like what helped me get to an intentional relationship, like what education did I need, what were the introspective questions I was asking, and like the internal work, like how can I help other people do the same thing. And so that's what people are interested in, is like, how do I use this plant in a way that serves me, in a way that is meeting my needs, in a way that makes me feel confident about how I use it. And so it's been great. There's a lot of stuff that I am trying to get out now just to get education because I have so many eyes on the platform. I'm like, how can I give them all the info as quickly as possible? But also like relationship building. Like I've been seeing regular people commenting or replying to my stories and commenting on posts. So I've also really been thinking about where's the opportunity and a platform for a community space where like you said, bringing souls together just to talk about this plant. Like I've been meeting more people in Richmond in the cannabis space, and like we're working on getting stuff together and just like it's really been focused more around like this community space where we can talk openly and we can use words like cannabis and say THC and CBD and like we can talk about the actual words and like endocannabinoid system. Having to censor that on the apps is definitely a challenge, but it does draw more people in to be like, okay, there's more for me to learn, like let me stay tuned. So that has been a wild journey thus far. It literally has happened over the last 30 days, which is crazy. But I'm really excited because it means that the content is needed. And I've had so many comments and DMs, people being like, thank you for talking about this. And so it is conversations that we clearly need to continue to have. And spaces like this podcast and this platform will help get that message out and give people a touch point of how to get involved.
Absolutely. We just need to resound, you know what I mean? And push it out because people do need to hear it. And when they do, when they find you, when some queer Black girl who's, you know, like loving cannabis right now, but is kind of thinking, oh, maybe I've been smoking too much, finds you.
Connection instantly made.
Connection instantly made. I couldn't be happier for your success. Congratulations. And, you know, in my culture, Filipinos, we just love to say more power to you. I don't know if that's, I mean, my family likes to say that. More power to you.
I love it. Thank you both.
Yes, absolutely. And then back to Dr. D with your, I mean, we are focusing on Canna Moms. Jabria and I are doing a giveaway. I'm so excited because it's my first one and she's her first one, but of this beautiful shirt for you, the Pride shirt. It's a giveaway of a Pride shirt and a Pride hat. And you can match with Pride or you can share with a friend and check out her new IG that is so bumping for this giveaway. Can you shout it out, please, Jabria?
Absolutely. It is Crafted Can Coach on Instagram. I used to be Crafted Canna, but my account kept getting flagged for being Canna. So we're just Crafted Can Coach, all one word, but definitely give us both a follow if you want to be a part of the giveaway. We'll have all the details on there, but you also won't regret following even if you don't win, because we're putting out great content just to get you more familiarized and confident in your relationship with the plant. So definitely check us out. And then plus to win a cool, super dope shirt, like you can't go wrong there, in my opinion.
If this is you, this is 1,000,000,000% your shirt. So.
The ones who know, they're like, yep, that's mine. I need it now.
Right. Oh my gosh. Well, that's our first giveaway, but guess who's going to get my second giveaway ever? It's Dr. D over there. And we're not doing the Pride shirts, even though that is part of her very vibrant total spectrum personality. No, focusing on her heart group, the Canna Moms, right?
Yes, we are here. We're going to be in the building speaking to all moms. speaking to all moms, I'm going to do a giveaway too, but my goal is at 1K. Once I hit 1K.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So you definitely going to have to.
I'm gonna have to work hard to get you there so we can do the giveaway. Now you motivated me. You put the carrot out in front of me.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. They have to follow at CannaQueerious podcast. I mean, the podcast. They need to follow at CannaQueerious and P. They need to follow Rep Your State of Mind. They need to also follow Michelle Crawford. What is it?
CannaQueerious. That's why we all love each other so much, because I'm CannaQueerious too.
So a little bit more work to do, but hey, I'm getting there. And the giveaway's coming too.
Did anyone ever offer you any of those sergeant type roles where you're like, you got to do this and then you got to do that? You got to do this.
Well, I was a sergeant.
Oh my God, we both suck so much. I'm so sorry. That was so sharp and ours were just not.
Hey, you
we're all
asked
happy about it,
It's still part of me. So yeah.
I love it. I love it so
much. Love Canna Moms.
Okay. I know that you're providing you are really doing a great job of bringing moms together. I noticed that the engagement on your post is just incredible. People want to talk about things when you introduce the topic. I think that your vision of yourself and the chairs and the talking is working, because even in your posts, which are not really you talking, but your words, they are getting people talking so much.
And that's the thing, just humbling myself really. And it's kind of like Tabitha Brown on the interview. She said, when she was in her position and she barely knew what was going on, it was like her thing was, God, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm allowing you to lead the way. And I'm telling you, that's just what this is. It's God, universe, whatever, God, your mother, God, your father. Even if you don't believe in anything at all, and you believing in yourself, like I'm just that humble to let all of that lead the way. I saw 555. I've never been into numerology a day in my life, but over the last 2 weeks, that's all I see. It's 11:11. It's been 3:33 here, and like I said, just sitting here, you probably saw me mouthing 555. It's just been happening.
Because when you're in flow with your purpose, then I think that's when these kind of blessings come to you, and you get these kinds of signs. Let's just go there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something about the energy, because even on my GPS, I was like telling my wife who was, I was like, did you see this? It was like, we're 11 minutes away and it's 11:11 a.m. Do you see? This is what I'm talking about. She was like, okay. But like I said, I guess just portals are opening. Whatever's that's out there for me, it's definitely coming to me, and I'm excited for it, because I know this journey that I'm on is truly bigger than me, and I'm actually seeing that. So
more power to you. You know what I mean? Is all I'm thinking over here.
Thank you.
For sure. Well, I look forward to bumping your numbers up to 1,000 as soon as possible. We are on the same vibe here. Okay, let me consult my notes. So tolerance breaks is what I wanted to talk with Jabria about. I know you have an offering there, and I don't want to end the show without letting people know about it.
Yes. So I just launched my absolutely free tea break starter guide. And so it talks a little bit about what tea breaks are, why you might need one, tells you a little bit about the endocannabinoid system, and then gives you 11, because I included a bonus. 11 plus some journaling prompts to do like before your break, during your break, after break. And this is just the beginning. And so I am currently working on a full tea break journal, which will go over a full 21-day tea break. So the guide right now is just covering 48 hours. It gives you tips if you want to do a longer one, but it talks about the benefits of a 48-hour reset. But the journal I'm working on right now will be much more robust. It'll have journal prompts for each day. It'll give you more info about the ECS, and it'll give you kind of like a guideline of how to really do it, incorporating a lot of the questions that I've been getting. And it started because I had to go on my own tea break while I was in London for a week. And I tend to do 48 hours a couple times a month, but this was a 5-day stretch. And so it was a longer one than taken in a while. So I was documenting that, and people were like, wait, like I want to do this, like I want to know more about it. If you're interested, head to my website, which is craftedcannabisllc.com. You'll see it's like my links is one of the tabs at the top, and it'll have all of my freebies, ways to work with me, where to follow me, all that kind of stuff. So definitely check that out if you want to learn more about tea breaks. There's also an intentional stoner starter guide. So like if you want to know more about setting intentions when you are consuming, that's a great one as well. And both of those are free.
That is great. I have seen more about taking tolerance breaks than ever before on the socials, and it seems to be a really hot topic, and for so many reasons. So I'm really glad that you're putting that out there and that people are seeing the value. I love it. Love it. Dr. D, how do people come see you, work with you? What is your message here? Is it CannaQueerious or is it Dr. Demetria, or which one or both?
Well, encompassing all of who I am Dr. D. But if you want to be formal with it, it is Dr. Demetria Bates. So they can find me at www.batesvirtualhealth.com. I'm also on Instagram at CannaQueeriousNP.
Right. And then we already talked about CannaQueerious, the podcast, where they
Yes.
can find both of you. And everybody here should absolutely go subscribe to that wherever podcasts, wherever you listen to yours. And YouTube, like right here on YouTube, just the links will be
Yeah.
down below.
And they can follow
Alrighty.
us on CannaQueerious podcast. So on Instagram.
Follow that too. CannaQueerious podcast is the handle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to have to definitely get all the notes after. Being a responsible podcaster, you need all the links for the show notes, right? Okay, well, so I guess we're kind of wrapping up, and my very last thing was kind of more about just rep your state of mind, because that's what we're here talking about and what we're wearing. And I mean, like the potential of it in your guys' minds for what it could do. Remember, Jabria, when you were talking about building community? Well, with the great experience that we all had at CCI, being a graduate myself and then working as a mentor for over 2 years was the biggest and greatest gift in this career, because it gave me the ability to be in community with so many like-minded people who were passionate about the plant and who want to advocate and educate for people to get into better health with it. And then so building community at Rep Your State of Mind is something that I'm focusing on this year. That's our bold first move. It is. So I'm starting a club rep, which is our community side, which is, I think this might be the club rep podcast, honestly. And it's all about getting in person, meeting like-minded people, and cannabis tourism and hospitality experiences. So Vegas, you might know, has just opened a bunch of legal consumption lounges, and they're brand new. So if you want to be among some of the very first people to visit the entertainment capital of the world and have fun with me, visit 3 of the brand newest consumption lounges together with other people. And then I'm throwing a party in a suite overlooking the Bellagio fountain, nothing but the best for my people. And I'm also having a swanky, all you can eat and drink cabana pool party at the Boulevard Hotel, or the Boulevard Pool at the Cosmopolitan Hotel.
This sounds phenomenal. This was even more than I was guessing you were going to say.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Thank you. 5th and 6th. It's open to all comers. People from my family are coming, you guys. I haven't seen in Vegas since we were in strollers. I'm so excited. Part of my cannabis story is getting my family into it, and it's just so amazing. Part of this podcast is going to be 3 generations of kitchen witches that can all, make medicine. My mom, because she co-stars on my videos for my course, Homemade Health. And my son took my class this semester and passed it. So this trip in Vegas is exciting. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, July 24th, 25th, 26th, leading into the weekend if you need that and if you want that. And there isn't like lodging, stay where you want to stay. Some people are staying with family. Some people are staying at the Cosmopolitan, where I'm based, which is a great vibe hotel. And if you need somewhere to smoke, I'm not saying it's legal, but they do have balconies in every room. So if you are a cannabis, tourist in Las Vegas, book the Cosmopolitan, just saying. Then the last thing we're going to do, actually, I forgot to mention, is a Blazy brunch at the Planet 13 Entertainment Complex, which is the largest dispensary currently in the world. And it's not just the dispensary, which is the size of a football field practically, but also retail shopping. We'll be eating at Breakfast Junkies restaurant. and visiting the Dazed, brand new, just open at 420 consumption lounge there.
Michelle, you have to do this again next year.
I know, right?
I know I'm going on a family cruise, but no,
Oh
I really want to
no.
get on to this. This sounds fun.
Like looking at my calendar, can I drop it?
Do this? I would love it if you could come on, obviously. I mean, I want everybody. When you were speaking about what it's to connect in community with like-minded people and just meet others and spend time, and this is a great chance to normalize, which is one of the things I like to do at Rep Your State of Mind, destigmatize and represent. Like, this is legal consumption lounge in Nevada. This is like, completely normalizing cannabis tourism and hospitality.
Michelle, that is awesome.
Thank you so much. And that's kind of why I started the podcast, is to really go hard with it and to talk about this is a big effort to build community. After that, I am planning a fall event already with my good friend, Ashley Manta, the Cannisexual. She is the author of the CBD solution Sex, published by Mary Jane, and just a world famous sex energy and cannabis positive like figure in the world. And she's in Santa Cruz now, where close to me here in Northern California. So in the fall, November 1st, come spend a sexy Halloween sesh with me. We'll be doing Ganja yoga in Santa Cruz, which sounds like an SNL skit to some people, but is the real life of a Santa Cruz Californian. And meeting up with Ashley Manta for a special hangout with Ashley Manta and learn more about her.
I love this. Keep doing this. This is great.
That's exactly what this is all about. It's building the community through providing like in-person events, emphasize the kind of things that I'm into, which is just togetherness, matching. There's going to be matching merchandise that you're only going to be able to get at a club rep event. The kind of thing that's going to go on your like t-shirt quilt later when you're older, that sort of thing every time, because that's like the nature of having an apparel brand. And I just think it'll bring people together and make this all so fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you have to make that an annual thing.
It's probably going to be annual. And I'm so excited, you guys, because it's actually working. People are buying tickets. And I mean, I really only have 25 openings, not to be like scarcity about it, but and they're like half gone. So, oh my God, what a shocker. And I'm so excited.
Amazing. Truly.
Yes. Okay, so that's my effort, and there's going to be a commercial about that in this video. But yeah, so what I really wanted to ask you two was all that. What do you think Rep Your State of Mind can do for people? Why should they buy it? Why do you love wearing it right now?
Well, it's a conversation starter, and it also allows a person to just, be present within themselves and love themselves and be able to have the pride to actually show that and be like, this is where I am. For me, being a lesbian and identify as like lesbian queer along the spectrum. But, like I said, it's a conversation starter. I can easily be like, hey, yes, I'm also a certified cannabis educator. If you're in Virginia, you definitely can do your medical cannabis evaluation. If you're looking for a provider that supports you, as far as utilizing cannabis for medicine. So even here in North Carolina, a pro-hib state, starting to have that conversation because it looks like they have a bill too that's coming soon.
This is a more political statement. In reality,
Yeah.
This is the kind of purpose of a sweatshirt like this. Imagine you and a bunch of your friends wearing this out there on that, voting. That makes a statement. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So I've heard of people buying this design and going to meetings, council meetings, speaking their comments, that kind of thing. And I'm so proud to just be able to help people with moments like that, because I know they're so important. Every soul wearing and doing their thing, able to express themselves without fear, able to be accepted and to receive that love that I know is going to come, Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's go to Jabria. Thank you so much for wearing my shirt and looking so awesome in it. I hope that Rep Your State of Mind is something that you and your community can definitely use. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, similar to what Dee said, I think what's really great about being able to wear something that reps your state of mind is that it's an immediately connector with someone, but also I think because cannabis in general, and like especially in the space and the way that we're using it, it's a lifestyle. Like we kind of touched on that at the very beginning, but like it's nice to be able to easily identify with people that share that kind of lifestyle or are curious about that lifestyle and want to know more, want to connect with you on that level. It's similar to when you see someone that's wearing a band tee that you really love that band and like you go to all the shows, like there's something you can immediately connect with them on. Like, this is something that you're able to instantly kind of find your people and make it easier for people to find you as well. So I think especially the marriage between the queer pride, the canna pride, like that is needed. And I think because there's not a lot of representation of that, when people see it and identify with it, it's like, like that's it. That's me. Those are my people. So I think it's really great to kind of niche down to find your community.
It's funny that to be like niching down, but at the same time, like having such a widespread effect. When we are talking canna moms, you know, us as canna moms, you and me, Dr. D, wearing just this to go pick up my child at kindergarten is already a thing. I've had a few other canna moms who are like, this is kind of how I've come out of the canna closet, not the LGBT closet, but the canna closet at my school. And it's had a positive effect of making us think, oh, I'm a safe person to talk to. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for the two of you joining me here today on this podcast and for repping your states of mind out there in North Carolina and out there in Virginia and in the world as the beautiful Black magic girls and the CannaQueerious ladies that you are and the canna moms that you are and the inspirator that you are. You know what I mean? Like all the things that we are, I celebrate them and I'm so glad to have to show you off to the people. Thank you for coming on board. You want to say bye?
Bye. Thank you.
Love with pride. I love it. All right.